If you want to see yourself getting results such as this, being able to just put in 15K and being able to make a profit of all the way up to 83,000 in the span of 2 weeks, then I highly suggest you need to watch this video out, because on today's video I actually want us to speak a bit more about pre-market analysis, but not just pre-market analysis in a way whereby you are looking at the markets and so on. A lot of people think that the battle is done when you get on the field, but the battle is not when you get on the field. The battle is actually done just before you get to the field. What do you do before you get to the field? So hold on, I want to show you something real quick. Just take a look at my today's goal. Already you can simply see these are what I had to do: pray, affirm, journal, read daily. This is one of my daily books, and as well read book. I have to read the Bible, plus meditate, plus as well write down my goals. This is just today, and obviously I know there's people that are thinking that such things are not possible, but this is one of the books that I'm currently reading. It's here, and as well this is the daily that I did mention that I have to read, which is right here in front of me, Daily Teachings of the Secret. Plus as well, this is where I journal every single day. I'm able to just journal everything, my thoughts, and put them down in here. Plus as well, this is one of my books that I use to affirm and so on. And this is where I actually go about writing down my daily goals. Right here you can simply see, so everything is literally close to me, everything is close by, just because of the fact that I really do apply what it is that I'm going to be showing you on this video. But just before we dive a bit more deep, what actually is the purpose of this video? I actually want us to be able to speak about pre-market analysis, because I've seen that a lot of people think that a lot of work is coming from you being able to put in the work. Like, let's say for instance, a lot of people still believe in the fact that you just get in the markets, you buy as many times as possible, you sell as many times as possible, and then that's where the money is going to come from. They treat this like lotto. Like, lotto, you just buy tickets and then you hope whatever number that you get is going to work out, or things like betting and stuff. But truly speaking, like with the markets, it's not like that. There's a lot of pre-market analysis that you need to do in terms of preparing yourself, preparing your mindset, and making sure that you are in alignment with what you'll be doing in the markets. Like I did say, you can't just go in a river, or in the dam, and then you just ride the boat to wherever you want, and then you stop in the middle, and then you see a fish going past, and then you throw a net thinking that you're going to catch a lot of fishes. It doesn't work like that. Even fishermen will tell you that there's a lot of things that they do just before that whole session, meaning that they'll be able to just sometimes, maybe they just, they look at the weather. You understand? They look at what the weather is saying, they look at the forecast, they look at, what the temperatures is like, and as well, they also look at where the current is going, just so they know what exactly it is that the fishes are doing, where they can find the fish. So all this information is done to put yourself 80% in success. So you now going and being able to implement, meaning that when you're throwing that fish, when you're opening or executing the trade, already you've done 80% of the work, which means that now you're going to be left with just doing 20%, which is catching it and then being able to just pull it out nicely. But if you don't do 80% of the work, which means that 100% of the work would be you trying to catch the trade, you trying to just go up and down. That's why a lot of people do lose in the markets, because of the fact that they don't do this pre-market analysis. Why should you even listen to me? I just showed you guys right now that this is what I do every single day. I pray, I do all those things, but I want to walk you guys through what each and every single thing does and how it can help you. I highly believe that you can even judge me in accordance to the value that you're going to receive from this video, not in accordance to the fact that obviously I've been trading for over 8 years. The first 3 years I didn't do this. I took some negatives, and from there I started doing this. I started being profitable. But I can say that there's a lot of things that I can say about me. Can go all the way back to my YouTube channel. I started even documenting down one of my first times speaking about trading 6 years ago. I highly believe that the best thing that you can do is rather listen to the value that I'm going to share and then see if it can benefit you. Just give it a try. The most important, because trying something that if you are not seeing profits or seeing results, and then you try something that someone is saying can help you, the worst case scenario is that you still want to be in the same position. But the best case scenario is that you might see changes, you might see results. So some people are at a position whereby they don't even want to try because they are so negative in their mindset. But at first, guys, you notice that one of the first things that I do is to pray. So I want to walk you guys through those pre-market analysis that I do real quick. And then I'm going to show you guys the markets, just to show you guys that already I've done 80% of the work. But the first thing is to pray. Obviously, praying, it aligns me with my purpose, being able to just connect closer with God, being able to just also understand that it's not just about buying or selling or making money. It's much more bigger, because ultimately I'm working on a purpose, and my purpose is one that comes from God. So if I can be able to speak with Him and communicating with Him, saying that, God, whatever that you're going to be helping me with today is going to be something that's going to help or add on to the impact and the purpose that you've given me. Please just show me the way. You understand? So He allows me to be able to, make certain trades, remove certain trades that I shouldn't be making, but do things in the rightest way. And the next thing that you noticed is affirming. So affirmation comes basically from the fact that growing up, I don't know about you, but me, I had limiting beliefs, meaning that I was told I can't do this. I was told for you to be successful, you need to come from a rich family, you need to be in this position, you need to have a lot of money, people must donate you. Like, there was just so many things, and all odds were against me. So with affirmation, what it does is that it's able to just break through those limiting beliefs, and as well break through, my conscious mind, and as well go deeper into my subconscious mind, so that I'm able to affirm to myself that, yes, I am a multimillionaire. I mean that I started telling myself that I'm a multimillionaire even before I even made my first 100K, and I had to believe it in order for me to see it. You understand? So that's just what affirmation does. It helps, improve and decrease the limiting beliefs. I mean, if I never done affirmations, there's a lot of people that are so negative, like so much people are negative. One person would tell me, nah, this thing doesn't work, and I would obviously believe it, because I also have limiting beliefs. But because of the fact that I don't, if someone comes to me and say, this thing doesn't work, or you won't see results doing this, I'm a type to try it and see for myself. If someone is giving us an opportunity, and another person that's poor or not in a position that I like is saying that, he's going to scare me, he's lying, it's not going to work, I'd rather try it and see if it's really not going to work. If it didn't work, I've learned something, which is experience. If it did work, I'm gone, I'm far ahead, you understand? So some people are just going to be like, oh yeah, it's not going to work, and they sit down. So that's just, affirmation. It helps me break through those barriers. And then as well, you guys notice that we do have journaling. So I noticed that in a day, I have over 88,000 decisions that I need to make in a single day. So one thing that came with that is that I've noticed that, I can't really keep track of what I'm thinking or how I'm feeling or all those. So the best thing is to just write it down, so that I can be able to just go back in time and see what I was thinking on this day. So meaning that, let's say for instance, on the 18th of this date, if I was thinking this and I wrote it down, meaning that in the future, if something happens and I want to reference, I can easily be like, oh, but on the 18th, I made a lot of money from trading. What could have been the reason? Then I go back to my journalings, then I see what I was thinking that day, because I write down my thoughts for that day. Then while I'm done thinking, then I notice that, oh, actually this and this may be the influence of me doing that. So obviously, guys, if possibly, I could have a camera with me 24/7 looking at what I'm doing, so that I can be able to just reference it to myself. But because it's not really possible like that, I'd rather just write it down, and I can read out my thoughts. I can also, there's just so many things going on in the mind. So instead of talking, most people don't even know how to keep their thoughts to themselves. So me, instead of just talking and having it be all out there, I'd rather write it down and keep it to myself, so that I can always reference, because it's for me, mind you. These are my thoughts, these are my own plans, goals, decisions, what I'm going through, obstacles, challenges, how I'm planning on overcoming them, and so on. You understand? So yeah, that's just journaling. And then you guys also notice that we do have, I read the daily, which is the daily teachings. It's more on things like law of attraction, the secrets and all those things. So it teaches me about being able to use my mind in order to use it for more of, like, advantages, like how I can basically succeed. Like, let me just see if I can open today's teachings and then show you guys what exactly I learned for the day. Already I'm deep in it. It's like it has like many days. Let me just show you quick. So yeah, let me just show you. Already this is the day that I'm currently in, day 244. Every day I read one, but you can see this is something. You are a magnet. You bring to you whatever you are feeling on the inside. So be the magnet of joy and continuously work at this with all of your might. Joy is feeling inside of you, and you can cause yourself to feel that no matter what is happening in the outside world. Know that to live in accordance with the law, you must be in joy, so that a life filled with joy can come to you. And so this is one of the things, and as well, I read 2 of them in a day. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. So basically, you can see this is what I learned from my daily teachings. It teaches me about the mind, what I can do to capitalize from it, how I can stop being negative and start being positive. Basically understand that joy is within me, it's not external. A lot of people think that they need to go somewhere, meet people, go out, sit, do a lot of things that has to do with the external world. in order to be happy. Like people want to be happy with the flesh, like buy a designer cloth or sit in a restaurant or go on a date with this person or do it, like, and those things are just time consuming because it's external, it's not about you. But if you just realize that if you just sit and be by yourself and connect with yourself, you can create your own joy and happiness. Because if you say I'm feeling happy and you feel it, you are happy. Like no one can say you are lying to yourself, you get it? But you just have to read through these things in order for you to understand it, because those are just my teachings and this is what I've been through. But the next thing that you guys noticed with one of my pre-market analysis is that I go through writing down my goals. So with goals, it's very important because I noticed that at times I used to write down my goals only one times a day. You understand? I mean, once a year. Like I know most of you guys maybe may still be doing that. A lot of people just write down their goals January when the year starts and they say, oh, this is what I want to achieve, this is what I want to do, and then they forget about it. And then it's now 6 months down or it's 7 months down. You look at your goals, you're not even close by, and you're like, yo, it's gonna be hard now to even start doing this. And then now you're like, you know what, I'm gonna start again in December. But truly speaking, you'll do that over and over because you're doing it wrong. The best way is to write down your goals each and every single day. Why? Because if your goals are in alignment with your purpose and you're seeing it every day, there's a high chance that you are going to keep up. Meaning that if you know that one of your goals is to get a car soon, let's say in the next 3 months, unlike having it be, I'm going to get a car this year and you say I'm going to get a car in 3 months, it's very simple. That means that in 3 months, you need to make sure that your credit score is up. You need to make sure that your finances are in order. You're getting the money that you need. You need to make sure that your affordability score, whatever the case is and stuff, then you're going to work in that. Mean that every single day before you even spend money, if you're seeing it as a goal, before you spend money, you're going to be like, but is this that I'm going to spend money on going to help with the goal that I'm going to achieve in the next 3 months? They're like, no, this is going to mess up my credit score. You know what? I'm not going to do this. You understand? So writing down goals on a day-to-day basis, it helps you be able to just keep in alignment with your purpose and your long-term goals and the higher version of yourself. But one thing that you guys also noticed is that I actually go through about reading the Bible. So that's very important. There were times whereby, with the Bible, it saved me from a lot of things. There were times whereby I've been through a lot. We are hustling, we're trying to just get our things up. I'm coming from disadvantaged, situations. So obviously there's things that are against me. But with reading the Bible, it basically puts me in alignment with, the ultimate purpose that I have. And it shows me that it's not just about making that money, or it's not just about, finding that good trade. It's not just about, let's say, for instance, getting clients, or it's not just about, it shows me that it's much more deeper than that, It teaches me a lot of wise teachings and things that I can really apply in my practical life and, live righteously according to God, you see. So that's just, one of the reasons that I love reading the Bible, because you can read all the books in the world, but all books in the world, their wisdom and their teachings, you can find it literally in the Bible, in Proverbs and all those other things. You know what I'm saying? But yes, that is me reading the Bible. And the one thing that you'll notice is that I also read a book every single day, because one thing that I noticed is that I used to have a lot of time to do things like, let's say, for instance, chill with friends, go out and, be on the social internet, chat with people, engage, do all those things. But I never had time to increase or further my education. And furthering my education doesn't mean going to school. It just means that someone took their time to write a book with a skill that they know. So why do I have to figure it out myself? Meaning that if I read a book, I'm going to get the information that person has. And the only thing I have to do is apply what that book is teaching me. That's all. So I decided that every single day I am going to be reading books. When I'm done, I read, like literally when I'm done today with this book. I think so far this year, I'm in maybe on like 5 books so far this year, ever since it started. I've been reading books. It's just that this year has been those years where I'm very consistent. Like I read every single day. And I'd rather read compared to sit and watch TV or do anything like that. But yeah, that is like reading a book. And the one thing that you've noticed is that I meditate. So when it comes to meditation, this one here played a big role in my life because of I come from a disadvantaged, background, obviously, still when I started meditating, in fact, I was in the hood. If you told them what meditation was, obviously they would laugh at you, But for me, I started meditating around those times. And I think it was also because of the fact that I wanted to detach myself from my actual environment, meaning that if I didn't meditate, I would see what was really happening around me, meaning that I had 50 people in the house at some point. My friends would always be with me. I would never really have time to work on myself. I would always and as soon as I wake up, someone is waking me up, knocking at the door, and then I have to open. Then we are going somewhere the whole day. I come back home at night. So that was not really the life. So meditating basically allowed me to be able to just detach from all that, connect with who I really am and what I want, and then start working towards it. So bit by bit, as I'm meditating, I'm cutting out everything that I'm seeing as sometimes you're scared to speak with this person because you feel like you're going to be embarrassed by what you're going to say. But if you meditate and you see that you just speaking to this person is not even an obstacle, like there's more bigger things that are coming. So just get over and done with it. So it just helps you remove or think all those big hurdles that you have are big. And yeah, man, that's just one of the pre-market analysis that I do. And let's just look at the markets real quick and see what it is that I'm seeing so far for the day, some updates. So far right now you can see I've got the dollar index right here, and with this I'm looking at this price. This price was somewhere around here when we were analyzing it, and I wanted price to come here, retest, give us a young fake out. You can see it happen here and come back here. So with the looks of it, it looks like price is going to be coming here, giving us a third touch, and then after price gives us a third touch here, that's when maybe we might potentially still see those sellers. So this is just on the dollar index. And when it comes to the euro USD market, one thing that I like about this is that if you guys saw that market analysis video that we posted on Monday, you can simply see that it's going exactly as we did say. We wanted it to test here at the resistance, come back, retest here at the low. It happened literally a few hours ago, 2 hours ago, and now you can see that price is more likely to continue going back upwards. So yeah, man, with this, obviously now I'm excited with how it's going to be moving. And let's just look at GBP USD real quick as well. So with this, it's more like the same thing as Euro USD, but just by coming to it, I can see the price basically broke above here, creating new higher highs. So now price is coming down here at the low. We're looking into getting a nice clean buy entry, go all the way upwards with it on GBP USD, which is going to be sick. This is our take profit areas, and US 30, just by coming to it, you can simply see this is where we had our lower high. And you remember when we were looking at it on the market overview video, it was here, and we're like, no, it's gonna go up. And yes, it did go up, but look at it, it respected this lower high, and price went, it broke below, and now it's playing around here, which means that now we're gonna still continue to see price dropping and going all the way to the downside, which is gonna be a beautiful trade. And when it comes to US tech, more like the same thing. Price was somewhere around here, price pushed upwards, came here, respected this third touch first, second, third, and then it came back with an engulfing. Then now it broke below, it went, retest, broke below, and then this is now a beautiful pattern that's going to continue going all the way down. Like let's say, for instance, with what I'm seeing here, price is going to be coming all the way down to here, and obviously if I can just put my trend line, it's going to be more like this, a nice clean pattern on NASDAQ. So going to gold, one last one is this one here, literally from the session that we're having, you can simply see how price has been moving. As soon as we're here, price started even going upwards, all the way upwards. Now it's even going upwards to hit take profit. But with just that, you can simply see that we can extend our line, so you can have it be here. And with this, it's just that price is going to create new highs and so on, which means that it's going to be hard to find a take profit, especially when it's in this position, but it's actually a good trade. I'm excited with this. And you're probably asking yourself, where exactly do I share some of the analysis that I see when I happen to actually enter trades? If you look at the second link that is going to be in the description, is where you'd be able to see our VIP community. And in our VIP community is where we do daily live trading session. We as well have some courses that you can learn through in a step-by-step form. But not only just that, we have a Discord community. That's where you are able to ask any question, get guidance, personalized support, and basically anything that you need in order to become a profitable trader. I'm excited that this video did give you value. If you happen to believe that it did give you value, one thing that I want is that I want you to like it and as well subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you on the next YouTube video. It is your boy Lesiba Mothupi.